Greetings, brethren, Donkey here again, and it is time to show you my finished undead army. Well, I say finished. I am going to expand it a little bit when Northstar comes out with the Revenant kit, because I would love to have some Revenants in my army, and maybe also some Chariots and Cavalry, but it's not going to be that much stuff, and obviously until they actually release that kit, I can't do anything with the army. So that's where we are, and for now I'm going to put it in a box and wait for the release of the new stuff, and then hopefully I get to play some games soon with these, because you know, all painting and no fun, that's no good. Right, so this is the Undead army as you have seen it before. This is all that I painted in November, which was this unit, and then in December everything else. And now I added some more stuff. So the first thing I wanted to do was paint up some more skeletons, because I painted up those 3 units of 10 skeleton archers, which only left me with 60 skeleton melee infantry, 40 soldiers and 20 spearmen. And with how the undead seemingly work in Oathmark, that was a little bit light for me in terms of the skeletons. I think the big power of the undead army in that game is, you know, that you just have so much stuff and it's really hard to kill it all. So I wanted to have some more skeletons. So I have another block of 20 skeleton soldiers. Actually, the rear 10. If you look very closely, some of them have very strange poses, and that's because these were the other 10 skeleton archers that I had started, and then I tore off their arms, in some cases the heads. This one I didn't, so that's why they have these silly poses. This one I didn't either. But for some of them I tore off the heads, gave them new heads, and then I gave them sword and shield arms. They're just like the other skeletons that I painted, just a few more so that I can fill up the ranks a bit. And the same goes for another 20 skeleton spearmen that I painted up. Did all the skeletons at the same time, of course. These particular spearmen, I gave everyone a helmet because I wanted to just have them stand out a little bit more for no particular reason other than I thought it would be cool to have one unit of skeletons that were all helmeted. Right, and that completes the light infantry for this army. So I'm not going to do any more additional troops until the Revenants arrive, and that will be pretty much just line breakers at that point, and then maybe some cavalry and stuff. Right, I did show these off before in picture form, but these are my Necromancers. This is my lower level Necromancer. He doesn't have a name yet, except for the Rat, because the theme for my undead circle of Necromancers is that it's the spider and the rat. I'm still writing on the story of these two. So I have this one. They're both of my Necromancers are standard Northstar miniatures from the Undead range. So it's this one, and then we have this Undead Leech. See him in his bony form. I don't know if that comes across too well. Let's see if I can get some light on him, because I put a sort of a pink glow effect in his eyes, and the same pink is also on the staff and on the fire. His left hand. Yep, and these two will lead the army. Other than that, I had these skeleton champions, and that's pretty much all the characters for this army so far. But I did also paint up, let's actually keep the light here for this, I painted up this Tomb Wraith. This is a figure from Reaper Miniatures, and I wanted to initially use a different one, but he turned out to be absolutely massive, and he wouldn't have fit on the 25mm base that he's supposed to be on. And I like this one too. He's not too threatening looking, which will maybe help me in the first couple of games because these are actually very dangerous. They're quite expensive monsters for how small and innocent they may appear on the tabletop. And then the last bit of kit that I added was this skeleton catapult. This is also a Reaper Miniatures sculpt. This was actually quite expensive, and it is made of metal. This cost me, I think, 20-something euros. So, not the cheapest model in the army, for sure. But I wanted to add some actual firepower after finding out that the archers are pretty bad. So, do I even have a space for it anywhere? I guess I'll put it to the side. I guess I can put it like this. So you can see it. Take the Wraith over here. And the catapult also comes with some crew. And they are also miniatures from Reaper. And they are skeleton engineers that I reappropriated to be a catapult crew. And I have a total of 3. These 2 with hammers. And then this chap with, I don't know what this is. Some kind of bronze thing. Yeah. And they make up the crew for the catapult. Let's actually put that over here. Then I can kind of put the catapult crew in view as well. And that's the army. That's all I have. Which is quite a lot. I think this is probably the largest amount of miniatures I've painted in, well, a 2-month span. Call it a 3-month span, if you will, for that one zombie unit I did before. But yeah, it's a pretty big army, and it is actually now my biggest Oathmark army. I have a lot more of these than I have goblins. I didn't actually. I should have calculated exactly how many points this is, but the Lich by himself is 410 points. This Necromancer is going to be, I want to say 200 points because he's level 3. Yeah. 200 points, so that's 600. He's 250, so that's 800 with the Wendigo Etchy. I think we're already coming toward 1,000 points just for the characters. Definitely if you add the catapult. And then these are 200, 200, 200, so that's 600 points in skeleton soldiers. 220, 220, so that's 440, so 1,040 for all the skeleton infantry, which is surprisingly little, and that's why I wanted to have 2 more units of them, because I actually think I'm going to be able to have games where I field 5 times 20 skeletons pretty easily. The skeleton archer units are 140 each, but I will never play all 3 of them, I don't think. I might try out 2 of them, so that'll be 280 points. So we're almost at 2,500 already, and I haven't even counted the ghouls. I'm pretty sure the ghouls were, are they 15 points each? I don't remember. Or were they 20 points each? Were they expensive? I can't remember. It doesn't matter, but they are definitely sort of a medium infantry. I think they were 15 points maybe, so that would be 300, 300. The trolls are, I want to say 70 each, so that's 210, and these are 20 each, so for 20 that's another 400 points. So we're probably looking at 3,000 plus points already, which is a sizable game of Oathmark. Once the Revenants and Chariots and Cavalry are in, I'm probably going to have easily 4,000 points of Undead. Which is pretty cool. Like, it's a massive army. And obviously I'm probably never going to play all of them at the same time. Although I might try. We'll see. But for sure, it'll give me a lot of options to build my army with. And yeah, I really enjoy the look of it. I'm super happy how the rat and wraith units came out. I wasn't too sure because when the rats came in, they appeared a little small. But I do like how the unit looks, and I think it works really well with the rest of the army. And I definitely wanted something like this and the skeleton ogres in the army, because I felt just having skeletons and zombies made it a little bit boring without the addition of, you know, revenants and such. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this and quite excited also to move on. I think I actually never showed this one in a video either. This is something completely different that I did a couple of, I think 1 or 2, I did this before I painted the rest of the undead. I needed a little break from the project, so I painted up an old hammer high elf mage. I'll probably make a video about the old hammer stuff separately at some point. There's some more, you can see it there in the back. That's my eagle claw bolt thrower that will be painted next. So I might make a separate video sort of going into this one, because it's this was actually quite the interesting project. All right, just wanted to quickly show that. But yeah, that concludes the Undead. I'm very happy about that, because it's the 1st of February tomorrow. I think I'm going to use that as an excuse to do the Wargamers Anonymous February challenge early this year. And that is going to be the Warlord ACW stuff, which I got from Wargames Illustrated. That may be cheating because it's not something I got for Christmas, but I didn't really buy too much for Christmas, and the things I did buy are massive projects that I don't actually want to start yet, because it'll just get in the way if I start them. I'd rather have them sit there until I'm ready to get into it. So, yeah, and well, there's also the ACW box, of course, which isn't here yet because it's not been released, and there's the Hunt for the Prometheus Dystopian Wars box, which I'm very, very excited for, and I bought, but that's not here yet because I'm in Germany and War Cradle is an English company, and I'm sure they just have problems getting it here on time. So I don't know when I'll get that, and so I don't really want to gamble on that being still within February, because it might very well not. So I'll do the ACW stuff, get that out of the way as like a test run, and sort of cheat my way through the February challenge. And after that, I actually have some. I can show that too. I have some rebasing that I need to do, and specifically of these. These are from my Demon World army, and these are Imperial Knights of the Cleansing Flame, I think they're called. Are they? I think they might be. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I need to rebase these because in the Demon World game system, they are actually supposed to be 8 bases of 5 dudes, so there's supposed to be a 5th dude in the middle, and I made 10 bases of 4. So either I throw 2 bases away and say, oh, it's fine like this, or I just rebase them, and so I decided to rebase them. Yeah, but that'll be something for another video, because I'm sure some of you will be kind of excited to see some Demon World stuff. Alright, beyond that, I have nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed my little Undead project. It didn't take very long, and I didn't make very many videos, but yeah, it's finished, and I'm really quite happy with it, how it turned out. I think it looks awesome. Great army. Alright, cool. Thanks, guys, for watching. I know I'm still very bad at responding to comments and stuff. Definitely has to do with my sort of fatigue from being a YouTuber, which is after years still in effect. So please don't think that I hate you all. It's just that when I see 20 new comments, it just kind of like it overloads my brain, and yeah, it's not that I don't appreciate the comments, I really do, but it's just it gets too much, and then I just kind of don't answer any comments. I really try to every now and then respond to some and say thanks, but yeah, I get behind on that, so I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, I don't want to waffle on too long. This was just about the Undead army, and here it is. And thanks for watching, and I see you guys in the next videos. Take care. Bye bye.